Good morning. I guess I came on right in time enough to be able to say that. Good morning. Thank you all for hitting the live button as you come in. I appreciate that so much. How y'all doing on this day? Right now, I'm kind of at a point where I don't want to be on the inside and halfway want to be out. Hey, not Miss Parker. Hey, girl. So this morning, y'all, um, let me get me a seat before I start running my mouth with y'all. But how y'all doing today? I'll be right like that. Okay, we sitting up under Shalissa mango tree. That's where we gonna sit under Shalissa mango tree and talk to y'all today. Y'all see the mango tree right there behind. That's Shalissa's mango tree. Got all the mangoes loaded up on it, ready to rock and roll. Okay, and let me sit this camera where it at right. Look at this little old tiny mango down here sitting on the ground next to me that done fell out the tree. You'll give me shade. You got me covered. All right then. What kind of shade you talking about? But y'all, it has been a push to come back on here once again because there's a lot going on. Uh, we just had a passing in the family, and to me, when stuff like that happen, it's it literally is life changing. Because then it's like your whole dynamic, and especially when it's somebody who you've never known none of your days without that person. Yeah, breaks in between, we don't see each other a lot, but been a part of my life forever. um but yeah, I don't want to dig too much into that right there, but just letting you all know that this life with Shauna, and unfortunately, us being here on this side of the world is inevitable for all of us. So it's part of life. So that's what we lifing through in my family right now. So, you know, y'all pray us pray us through that situation. Um, and let me see, a lot of stuff out in the garden is it's not looking that well. I think the sun is like so hot. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually starting to replant some stuff. So I'm y'all see me when I cut the sunflower plant down. It didn't it had some seeds on that, but I like the way that sunflower looked. So I'm gonna keep the plump seeds that came off of that, and I'm gonna replant them. But all of my tomato plants and everything, I think it to me, and I say it to y'all, I'm not no professional. So I don't really be knowing. So I'm learning as I go along because this is my second year. This is my second year planting back there in the black back where that one part is just completely open um to the sun, and it gets sun all day long. But I think it's a little too much sun for the tomatoes. So I'm in the process of shifting the whole garden around per se. Things to different places. Um, yeah, I'm under your tree. You giving me shade. Me to the sun, affecting some of my stuff to be. Um, yeah, I said I'm not no professional, but I'm learning as I go. A lot of my stuff was shaded before or whatever, but now this is just outright in the sun, and I think the sun is like cooking, literally cooking my plants and or whatever. So I'm learning right now what works in the full sun and what does not work in the full sun. So now what I'm doing is I'm replanting more tomatoes, even though I still got a whole bunch of them out there growing. I'm replanting more tomatoes, and I'm gonna start them on the inside. So I'll probably take y'all along with me redoing tomatoes, on the inside, and then putting them out when they start to grow up some. But the place where y'all seen I had the sunflowers before, mostly all of those sunflowers have come to they've matured, and right now they're starting to do the little leaves on them and stuff uh wither away, so they not pretty like they was before or whatever. And y'all, right now it's just too hot. It was a struggle for me to even come out here and get back on to this camera because I just don't even feel like, because life is lifing right now. I have been working on the the garden bed that's around that. I mean, so much stuff done happened since the last time I was on here. Um, yeah, so much stuff that happens. Like my mind says, just talk about what's on your mind, but then my heart says, no, don't talk about it all, because I don't even want to go down there. But it is life. What's been happening, but anyways, um, it was some other things that I was talking to you all about. I was talking about you know my nighttime stuff that happened, and I had told y'all that um there was some things that I was having some questions about that I wanted to talk to my one of my family members, my aunt, about, and see, can I get some of the questions from? Well, I done had a conversation with that auntie, and she definitely answered a lot of my questions. So there's a whole lot to talk about, but I'm just trying to get my mind like situated on what girl are you going to talk about. Let me see. Started some plants in the house now till they grow. Yeah, good. Keep on growing. Keep on growing, sis. Don't stop growing. Um, and the trees out here, they bloomed again, but all of the blooms fell off of them. So I don't know what these plants and stuff out here doing. But I'm just growing. For me right now, it's almost seemed like the garden I done planted already is like it's all dying out or whatever. I don't know what the heck is going on there. But right now, I really don't even feel like, I don't feel like showing it to anybody. It's still beautiful to see things going. It's just, I guess it's just the way that I'm feeling today. It's like, ugh, do I really? Do I really? This is one of the days where I just feel like I want to just lay in the bed and do absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But I really don't want to do that. I really don't. Not for real, for real. But it's nice to be outside and looking around. I don't even feel like being on the inside. That's why I'm sitting on the outside. Which y'all eventually I may go on the inside. It's according to where my blabbering goes to. Because um I told y'all I'm trying to pull myself from somewhere. It's like I feel like I'm in a dark place. Listen, as I'm sitting here talking, all in the back of my mind, in the back of my mind is just everything that done happened. And when I tell y'all everything that done happened, it's been a lot of stuff done happened. A lot. But anywho, so one of the things I know I wanted to come on and update about was, okay, I told you, I'm just tell you about the story. So in the last conversation I was having with y'all, I had told y'all that um about the story when my mama was walking home and the lady said had offered her a ride, and that she was saying that they were friends, and all of this different kind of stuff. So anyways, that auntie that I was telling y'all about, you have to go to let's chat let's chat before bed. You have to go back to that video to know what I'm talking about. And also I have the playlist, so you can go through the whole thing and go back in the story. So I ain't gonna go back in the story because I want y'all to go back and watch those videos. But I was telling y'all about the story that the night my mom and my auntie was talking, and then that my mom sent us from out the living room. And I told my auntie I kept listening. So I called that auntie, and I wasn't sure if she was gonna wanna talk about that because it's back in the days, and plus my mama ain't here, so it's like maybe she ain't gonna even want to say nothing to me about it. But anyways, got her on the phone. I actually texted her, and instead of her texting me back, she called me. And I was like, dang, that was quick. I was like, I wasn't expecting you to call me. I said, I thought you was gonna text me back. She was like, girl, I'm gonna call you. So I asked her. I didn't. I started telling her the story about this one night, and I was like, we was sitting in the living room, and me and my brother was looking in y'all mouth while y'all was talking. She started laughing, and she was like, I remember. And I told her, I said, when we went in the room, I continued to listen to y'all conversation. I told my auntie, I said, you want me to tell you what y'all conversation about? She was like, go ahead. And I was like, telling her, I said, yeah. My mama said she was walking down the road, and that lady asked her, do she want to ride? It was her and her sister in the car together. And she told sister, she told the sister opened the door or whatever and asked to say, you want to ride? And my mom was like, no, thank you. And said that she closed the door and said, you know better than to get in this car anyway, B, because what we'll do to you, X, Y, and Z, right? My auntie started laughing and she said, "Girl, you got an impeccable memory." You got an impeccable memory. She's like, "Cause that's exactly what happens." So now, I'm all excited because I'm like, and done forgot that I ain't got the other person that's on the phone that's supposed to be listening to what we talking about. I was like, hold on a minute, let me call Shalissa and let her hear what you just said. So we get her on the phone, and my auntie tells her, uh, you know, that yeah, my memory served me right, and I'm telling the truth, and that I was told from the beginning, but I was told at my mom's funeral to not allow the kids to spend any time with them, because remember, I'm a kid in most parts of this story that I'm talking about. And so, I don't know what he had done before or whatever, but there was adults that was there that was seeing things to make them even say to me, during the time of my mama's funeral, don't let them get their hands on the kids or whatever. But it's a whole lot of stuff going on, especially when it's dealing around your mom's passing or whatever. So a lot of stuff that be said and stuff, it go out the window. You don't even remember half of that stuff, you know. Um, and so I didn't remember her telling me that, but I don't even know if that would have even made an impact on the decisions that I made, which were the best ones I thought that was for me. But yeah, she started sharing a whole bunch of other stories about things that did happen back at that time, and she debunked a lot of other lies that was told. But yeah, Auntie came through and she let the cat out of the bag. Even when what you call it, them was in I don't know who comedy show it was, but maybe y'all will know when I say it. But one time they were saying, Sister Odessa never let us down. I think it might have been Ricky Smiley or Martin Lawrence, one of them two. Sister Odessa ain't never let us down. Talking about the lady sitting in front of the church every now and then, she'll say a cuss word or two. Yeah. So it was kind of like that right there. Auntie started saying some cuss words. I was like, oh, huh? Not the cuss word. She's being serious about being told. So that's one of the things. And I just don't want to be like I'm finna drag y'all down to the ground or whatever with me. I really don't feel any excitement right now. I ain't even feeling that story right now, talking about that. But it is some of the things that I done cleared up. And when I'm feeling better, um, then I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to drag nobody else down to what I'm feeling like. It ain't like I'm feeling like the worst of the worst, but man, please. You just have them days when you be like, I don't feel like doing today, just the day in itself. I don't want to do today. Maybe tomorrow, like that. That's how it is. But it actually feels good outside up under this tree. You know, feels like a good day to be around some water or something like that. That's what it feels like, a good water day. I got some other stuff that I gotta do. I actually need to run out to the store because I'm adamant about putting our sunflowers back out there, but I want some colors. So I'm gonna actually go and buy um, some sunflower seeds to add to the garden. Um, yeah, it's and the change of trying to switch from what you've been used to doing bright and early in the morning, and the sun ain't gonna play with you. to be letting you be out here in it like that right now. So you can't continue to do the same thing. You got to do something a little bit different. So I have to do something a little bit different. This sun is not playing out here, and the plants and everything is telling you. And our banana tree still putting out bananas on it and everything. I mean, it's still doing its thing. I say it's giving fruit abundantly. It stay with some bananas on it. So it put out one. I think right now we on probably like shoot number 6 that it put out. Um, but it's still giving us bananas. I don't see no. We ain't gonna have no shortage of no fruit no time soon, and I'm thankful for that. Let me say what else. Back in the other garden. Um, to me, I think that um the squash vine borers could have possibly. Well, I already told y'all they got to the cucumbers. Um, y'all knew about the squash. Y'all seen me pull all of those up. Um, and I believe they've gotten in the watermelon. I'm not sure. So all of those are things that I got to go back through my seed stuff and go back and let's do it again. Yeah, I got to do a repeat. So you all, like I said, I am not feeling the best, and I just wanted to break the streak of y'all already know when I just don't be feeling it. I don't hit the live button, but it also does something to your channel when you don't, you know, come and say something on one of these days. But it's just like days in my real life, it's days that I just don't feel like saying or doing anything. And today is one of those days. Um, and I'll be here for a long bit. It's something going around too with everybody getting a sore throat and all of that stuff. So um all and whatever it is, wherever we been or whatever, my three have been through the ringer this week, and it seemed like what's happening to me is like it's trying to reach out and touch me. And I'm usually the one that be walking around, but it's sort of sore throat thing. They done went past the sore throat thing, but now is that everybody's coughing up cold, the little one blowing on those, and it's just like, and that's all I'm hearing everybody talk about. So it's like it's a little bug or something that's going around. Um, yeah. So I'm trying to dodge those bullets. Usually I'm able to dodge them, and I don't know how, but I usually don't pick up what they be putting down. But yeah, it's definitely a bug going around. With people getting sick and everything. I've been hearing about it all over the place. So, and I'm glad like it's summertime, so like they don't have to go to school and spread it around to nobody or none of that, type stuff. They can stay, even though I'm still hearing about it from everybody. But yeah, y'all, I thought I maybe had it in me to give probably like a good 30 minutes or whatever. um I don't know. I feel like I need some a fine distraction or something. But y'all, I am where I am today. I don't even feel excited. I don't feel like being excited. I don't know. Hey, Miss Coffee, how you doing today? Good morning. Good morning. Going to my computer. Okay. Well, look at Miss the morning coffee show up. Maybe Miss Coffee is gonna say something. She gonna wake me up because Miss Coffee love to come in here, and then when I get ready to get off the computer, she be like, "Wait a minute, Shauna, don't go nowhere." Not yet. So maybe the coffee Miss Coffee had to come in here and wake me up this morning. I don't know, but yeah, y'all. My grand had a spelling bee. Only only two kindergartners. Ah, they had a spelling bee. I know that's right. Ah, yeah. Be up there with all that them smiles and stuff when they get them words right. Right. Yeah. But yeah, right now it's like I'm trying. So far today, let me say this right here. So my mind going back to growing and what I do have. Um, fifth place with first graders. Oh my goodness! All right, all righty then. Come through and just clean up. I was just sharing Miss Cover that I didn't go live yesterday, and I didn't. I even tried to like go through some of my videos because sometimes like I have long videos and like pull out little things that I said in there, like edit them or whatever. I ain't even feel like doing that yesterday. I ain't feel like going live. Well, for one thing, I feel like my energy is just zapped because we had a passing in our family, and it was very very unexpected, very unexpected. Everybody's in shock. Um, for one thing, um, yeah. So and I'm trying to skip around it because so far, I've been good. She wasn't one of those people that was like sad or no nothing. She was like one of those people. If she ain't cuss you out, if she ain't cuss you out, you ain't. She don't like you. She was like one of those people. And you have to understand what I'm saying to understand what I'm saying. If you ain't never been cussed out by her, she don't like you. It was one of those people that every time you come around her, you can get a good old laugh, about them or whatever. So it's like my energy is down because of that. Then I'm looking back there in the garden, it's like all of the happiness and peace. You know, they doing what sunflowers do. They shrivel up and start to look. He got a couple pretty ones back there or whatever, but it's just like I ain't been feeling it to go live. You need to be laughing at these beefsteak the suckers. Miss Coffee. The thing is, I would be doing it, but I have a heart. I don't know how to follow the road maps. I don't know how to get there, and so usually whenever I get it and see that look at Miss Coffee and put a little bit of excitement to me just by mentioning that. I don't know how to follow the road maps to like find out like what's everybody going on. And if I go and click on it and then because for me, Miss Coffee, whatever is going on there, I can enjoy looking at some messiness, but it have to be a lesson or something that I learned from out of it and watch it. And sometimes I be trying to watch some of those people and I can't. I try, but I just can't. I can't. I can't do it. And sometimes I try to just like put it in my pocket and put yeah. No, and no, Miss Coffin, we actually can't say no learning. There's no learning at those places that I went to because like I can't even wrap my mind around, it's just like it's like confusion. So right. So I can't really get into it, but some of the greatest things that I've learned over these past few years, I learned over there, washing in the mess to get the messages that was in the mess and everything that I've watched over there out of every piece of mess. It was all things to make you be entertained, all things that had you excited and everything, but it was always a lesson in it. And if it's not that kind of thing, and yes, I'm talking, even though like I don't y'all don't really hear me say anything about it. I'm talking about going and watching VS Icon page. There are so many things that happen over there, and everything. I don't know. I think I can go back to every live I've ever watched over there, and in every single one of them, there was always a little bit of mess. Sometimes it was a lot of mess, and but there's never a time that I left from there that I didn't get a message that went along with the mess that taught me in some of the very things that I'm going through right now today in my real life. I learned over there. So, oh, absolutely. Well, Miss Coffee, that ain't no. I don't say a whole lot of anything. I never have. I've been over in the watching them for years, for years. I just don't never really say anything. I've said something maybe about a good 10 to 15 times in the years that I've been over there. But I just don't, entertaining, but don't want to be really wrapped up in the mess or whatever like that right there. But okay, yeah. But Read the Heart of Philadelphia. Absolutely. I can go over there and listen to her because listen, let me tell you something. I cannot know none of the people that Reed is over there talking about. Not one of them. But then there's times when she's talking, I absolutely know who she's talking about. There's probably like maybe 4 or 5 people that she talk about, and I know who those people are. But some of them she be talking about them in the way she talk. Like okay, like one of them I'll mention, but I think it's a Shaquem or something. But anyways, I don't know him, and I ain't really seen his face before or know nothing. I don't got time for any of that. But I can hear Reed talk about him, and when she talk about him, and it's not like she doing like no, she not dragging him or no nothing like that, but just the way like she come through and like she be doing like her little, she ain't doing nothing vicious or no nothing, but the way she be doing like her raps and stuff, like the way she be saying he be rapping, and when she be doing it, she just have me rolling, and sometimes I have to pull myself away from her page and be like, girl, get over there and tend to your own business and get out of Reed. Get out of Reed thing. But the way she be saying that he be rapping and stuff, when I be over there literally rolling. And so Reed give me like a lot of laughs and stuff like that. And I try not to really be like in the chat like that. Every now and then I speak and everything, and get on up out of there. But I absolutely be rolling when I be over there watching her. She's just very funny to me the way she be talking and stuff. And, y'all go over and Read the Heart of Philadelphia out. Just listen to her. You ain't gotta know. Don't get involved in none of the mess. No, none of that. If you need a good laugh, and it's like comedy. It's like a comedy show, just like the way she be saying things or whatever. And she laugh at her own stuff. Sometimes, she done had camera slips and all of that stuff. I ain't over here to promote Reed, but I'm just telling you, she is very funny. And so if you need a good old laugh, I now see I just got into I hope y'all can hear me. And thank you, Miss Coffee. You a blessing. Let me say that. My spirit's been lifted just a little bit already. Just so you can come in and you can say just a little. You can say just a little, and it means a lot. So, Miss Coffee, if ain't nobody told you today that you a blessing, then I'll say it to you. You are absolutely a blessing. I thank you for that. Even if it just lifted just a little bit. But if you do need a good laugh, you don't need to go over to Reed's page and get involved in any of the mess. You can just listen to her talk about whoever it is she talking about. She don't be doing all of that vicious stuff and everything, like that right there. But if you need a good laugh, just go over there and listen. And her thing simply can be singing a song, and she put her own words to it, and you'll be rolling. She just funny. She's funny like that, So yeah, I like Reed is one of those people. And I just you mentioned Miss T Velocity. That's who I think you say TV because you said and Miss TV. I started watching her because one day she was having a conversation about something that I thought um I thought that was really important to the community. But I'm moving around the nose, and I haven't been in Miss T Velocity room except for two times. So like I'm trying to get to know it. And to me does seem like one of those people that have the kind of conversations like I'm interested in. She don't be with all of the foolishness. At least the two lives that I seen is like, let me nip this in the bud before it grow to this point right here. So yeah, you all of those people that you just named are all people that I've just recently besides, well, Reed and VS I've been watching for years and years and years. Reed I've been watching her probably like the last year and a half maybe. Miss T Velocity, I just started watching her. So yeah, those are people that I absolutely feel like I would say go over to them. Reed is definitely for a laugh. Um, VS is a mess. There's a mess that's always tangled up in a message, something you can learn. Absolutely, she always spitting jewels. And Miss T Velocity. So far, the two lives that I've been in of hers and the conversation she hold, she a real one. So but again, I don't really know them like that, but it's places that I've been going out. Miss T Velocity do seem like somebody who I could sit down and have a grown person conversation with. Um, Thank you, Miss Coffee. Yeah, just if you go up over there, just listen. Just you ain't got to get involved in none of the mess. Just go over there and listen. Like Jodeci say, don't talk, just listen. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, I see this moments like this right here is like when you don't feel like smiling, but you can come on and you could be talking to. Ah, look at it. Hey, Shay. There's times that you can come on and God has people strategically placed that can give you a pick me up when you don't even feel like being picked up. You ever just be in a stupor and you just like you don't even want nobody to don't come over here and try to cheer me up. Just leave me alone. And I appreciate you all for that. See, y'all think you just no, I feel like I'm giving and I'm getting back when I come here. Twin, where have you been? Nobody knows me. See, Shay, y'all ain't supposed to have me in this place right here. Thank y'all very much. But Shay, I was just looking at the chicken this morning. And oh my God, I don't even think you would it is unbelievable how much she has grown. And I don't know if that's a representation of you, but I'm telling you this morning, because we have Shay inside of a fish tank in the house right now, right? So this morning I got up and I looked at her and she on the inside of the fish tank and she's scratching around, moving her stuff all around. And it's like when I walked through the living room, she stopped and paused and looked at me and I say, "Good morning, Shay." I say, "Good morning, Shay." She got little colors starting to come through. I have to show her to you, but you is not gonna believe how much bigger she went from this little bitty thing right here to now. I'm not gonna even tell you how big Shay is right now. She's thriving. Shay is thriving. And let me tell you something. Something else just came up when I was saying that Shay is thriving. I don't know. I almost felt like when I just said that, because remember, it was like Shay was together with another person, but it was like it was something significant about that, and I'm gonna just say it. I almost felt like you was together with somebody and then there was a separation came about, but it ain't got nothing to do with that person. It's like God allowed the separation to happen, Shay. And it's like this chicken is showing me like you gonna be just fine with whatever it is. God got you. So, I be trying not to get all into all of that right there, but when it come up, it just come up. See, just a few minutes ago, I was ready to run and get up off of here, but I told y'all when that babbling thing comes on, then all of a sudden it's there. So, Shay, if you are going through a situation where you feel like you're alone in it right now, um, you right where you supposed to be at. And we'll say that. Hey, Brown Eyes, how you doing this morning? Well, it's afternoon now. We done switched into another place. But um, and Shay, we do not know each other at all. But that's the kind of thing that I'm telling you is like me babbling on is very annoying to me. But I also have to recognize that when I start babbling on, there's always, how I say in the midst of the mess, there's always a message. In the midst of my babbling on, it's always something that then it just pops inside of me and it's just like, and I don't be wanting to say it because I'm like, ugh, I don't want to do this or whatever, but you know, it it just is what it is. And ain't nobody else gotta know, Shay. As long as you as long as you understand what I'm saying. Um and that's how I kind of try to leave it, but it's yeah. You know how you get those little things that you ain't asking for it, but it's on the inside of you and you don't got no choice but to do it. You gonna get spanked. So it gotta be like that, but it come out as babbling. So um from your mouth to thank you, my dear, from your mouth to God's ears. Well, Shay, I'm gonna take that as that was for you. And and all at the same time, even though I say I don't want to do those things, these are absolutely the things that is the transition for me from being loved by the people of this world and knowing that God loved me despite of everything that I've been through in my life, how broken, how tattered, all of that stuff that I feel, and to know that He still used me through all of the stuff that I go through, all of the things that I've done, and yes, all of the cuss words that I say or have said. God shows me that He still loves me by using me as a vessel. And that's why when I look at people, there's no respectable person. I understand that anybody that's walking around me in my space at any given moment, that God can use them if he wanted to, no matter what space they in, how broken they may feel. Nothing makes me feel better than when nothing makes me feel more worthy um, to be used by him. So, see there, I guess it wasn't time for me to get off at the time when I was trying to run from here. And what I'm running from today, y'all, is I'm running from tears. So so far I've been able to run away from the tears, but y'all also know that's one of my issues right there. But I don't understand it, but I'm also not questioning not questioning God about why he took her at this time. It was a shock, a blow to all of us. Like, somebody say something to you, you be like, oh, okay, my goodness, but this one came like, what? And then too, It's another thing, especially when they are close. They are me and her was basically the same age. So, um, yeah. And there's always something in the back of my. I don't know if anybody else does this, but here I am about to get naked again. Let me, y'all know I'll be saying I'll be sharing dinner. In our family, we have this thing of I'm glad you're doing good. Brown eyes, good to see you in here. Um, we here for us. Yeah, absolutely. In our family, you can't deny going back down our history that a lot of the women in our family are leaving in their 40s. And because of me looking at everybody and starting to pay attention to, like, I'm like that person in the family that I want to dig in. I want to dig into our history. I want to know everything that happened back when. How did we get to this place? So I be digging into our history and everything. So when you go down the history and you see all of this stuff happening and it's like a repeat thing that's happening over and over again, it kind of get a little scary, and then you start placing those things onto yourself. That's not necessarily your story, but you can't help that look at it, it keeps happening around you. And I told y'all, I think before, that I even had this thing where I felt like, well, my mama did this and my mama did that. It looked like my life was going parallel to things that was happening in my mama's life and everything. And so when my mom passed at 42, I just automatically took and I put that stamp on myself. I was like, okay, then everything else gonna happen to me. But then after the things that started happening that showed me that your life ain't going parallel to your mom's, it's like I couldn't pay attention to those things until later on, because I still hadn't got that out of my mind, even though I had gotten married, something which my mom had never did. And I had put that stamp on myself. If y'all can understand like what I'm saying. So for all of this to be happening to me, being that, so of course, when I turned age 41, I was going through this whole thing is like I'm preparing myself because I'm getting ready to I'm getting ready to pass away right now. And I'm laughing about it, but I'm telling you about something that I literally went through. So I figured this is going to happen to me. And so I start preparing myself for it to happen to me. Like I'm putting that stamp on me. And it's hard for me was like to separate that I'm an individual. I am not this person. I am not that person. Even though we're connected through blood and everything, I am not them. I am an individual. I am myself working to get through some things that done happen in our family. And so it's like when I'm trying to get those kinds of things of where everything looks similar around you, you try to connect yourself to everything that's going on with them to yourself. I'm coming from a place where I'm trying not to project that kind of stuff on myself. But these type of things that happen, it almost is a thing that pull you back to flash think about it. Not to stay in those places, but it will get you to think about it. I got my ears on, smile. We are a little we are all a little broken. Yeah. We absolutely are. We all are. And is some people are willing to talk about it and some people ain't. And I feel like people that don't talk about it, I feel like they don't talk about it because they don't know that the person that's sitting next to them done been through almost every situation that they done been through. To me, it's still amazing. It's like me and Miss Coffee, like we can DM each other and stuff like that, but we can talk on here, and it is amazing to me that here I am thinking I'm the only one that's going through it. And in the world, it can seem like you're the only one that's out there on that limb by your own self or whatever, especially when you can't see other people going through it. You in your own place, but I'm thinking about what's happening inside of my box, not what happened on the outside of the box. So I'm going through these situations, and I try now and go back. In the beginning, everybody was like, "Girl, you need to keep up with the chat," because I be behind in the chat all the time. I never see those, things until they later on in the chat because I can't stay focused on. To be honest with you, if I keep on reading the stuff in between what I'm saying, I'm getting better at it. We over here growing, but now see that I done start thinking about something else, and then I forgot my train of thought of what I was saying. But just trying to continue to be an individual, and in these times like this, it is always a reminder. And I feel like it's the enemy that wants you to stay in that headspace. But um and to combat that, I go with, I don't know why, y'all. I'm looking over here, and whatever I'm looking at, looking like a snake going across my aloe plant. But I think I'm looking at something else. Cause yeah, I know he ain't that long. I think it's a water hose. Let me stay focused. Yeah. But try to stay from projecting whatever is going on around me in my life, and whatever happened. Um, that I'm ready when that time's come. But it is amazing to look in the chat and see, you know, that, not that I want Miss Coffee to go through any of the stuff that I'm going through, but just to see her in the thing, and she's saying a lot of the things that I have going on. She got those same things going on. It don't make me happy. Hey, how you doing? I got something for you too. I got something for you. A lot of those things, I'm in shock. I'm here telling my story, but she has a story of her own that's very similar to what I'm going through at this time. And that's what I'm here for. Is like, you feel like you out there on your own and you don't have all the information. And sometimes you can't get the information if you ain't willing to talk to nobody about it. So that's just, but the last time I checked, broke crayons still color the same. Oh my God, J Mac, I love that. I love that. They don't they, honey? I take them little crayons and peel the paper off of them and be like, here go the little box of crayons for for y'all children to color with. Yeah, we don't throw away no broke crayons. They still color. Oh my gosh, I love that, J Mac. Girl, you should be writing making little posts and stuff. Cause you be saying some powerful things. Yes, J May. I like it. But you know, I, let me tell you something. I'm telling y'all, here I am thinking I don't have anything to give to you all today. I don't really have anything to say. I don't. And instead of me thinking I'm coming here to give you all something, I'm telling y'all giving back to me. And I'm telling you, I feel like, oh my God, y'all done came in here and y'all done pushed me to a different place of, where I was prior to coming on here this morning. So I really appreciate you all for that. I really do. I appreciate y'all for that. And so, because we are in such balance like that, it makes me want to, it's like you stop thinking of you're going to just give to everybody, be an expectancy that there's going to be balance brought to whatever it is that you're doing, because that's what I've been asking for a long time. I want balance in my life. I want peace and happiness. Balance, peace, and happiness, those things go hand in hand together, I think. But you know um I really, really appreciate you all for coming through and just lifting me up. But like I said, I'm gonna come back on. I don't know if it's gonna be today or whatever, but I'm gonna go out um and get some things because I want to get our sunflowers back, getting together, and all of that good stuff. Coffee. If you would like those people that we spoke on today in the chat, put their channels in the put their channels in the chat so that anybody wanting to know how to get to those pages or whatever, then go ahead and put them in there. I those are people who I've watched, I've learned different things from, and who am I not to share where I've got a lot of valuable lessons from in my journey. So but you all, let's see. Oh, fry some okra, Miss Coffee. Hey, they already on the table. I think the last time I went back there and clip was 2 days ago. It's probably time to go back there because I showed y'all what I got out of the garden. I got the stuff that I showed y'all yesterday. I got out. I was stuff that I got yesterday, the day before yesterday, and then I just put it all together, compacted it together so I can show you all. So then I gotta it is about time to go back and clip some more stuff. But I have to show it. I have to go and show it to you. You're colorful, and don't forget that you speaking your truth has helped so many things. And sometimes I don't even think of it as helping anybody. I'm just telling my truth. But that is one of the things that I love to do is like if I'm telling my story and it can help somebody get through what it is that they going through, I consider that a blessing for myself when somebody can say that you helped me out with it, and all I'm doing is I'm telling my story. A lot of people that I'll be saying that I'm telling my story to, they tell me that I sound like I'm telling their story. And I was like, I ain't talking about your story because I don't know what your story is. I know nothing. I'm talking about stuff that I've been through, and I love that. I don't know. There are some people that I know on here, like most of my moderators, I personally know them. Miss Coffee is, I met her in a good place, and I know God put her in my life for sure. Because there's just too many coincidences. So, and I always ask God to put me around people that there's a purpose um in life. We all want to know what the purpose is. So, um, I think just as well as I'm the purpose for your life in this season, you all have a purpose in my life in this season. There is something that each one of y'all that I can go back and say that each one of y'all came through and said something to me that inspired me to grow and do things a little bit different. When I wanted to do things the same way, I got somebody on here to bring me. Come on back over here, Shauna. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. Don't waste your time on the people. And then I got times where go ahead and get them. you know. So I think we have a good balance going on over here, and I'm loving it. I listen. I know y'all can hear the change in my voice, so I'm literally telling you all that I'm very thankful because in these times like this, when you're going through stuff like this, like what can your family that's going through the same thing that you're going through, what can they really pour back into you? So when you got another family that you can come to and can pour back into you in the times that you need it, I appreciate y'all for that. And for pouring back into me, I'm asking God for each and every one of you. What you pour back into me, may God give it back to you tenfold of what you give to me. And when I say that to any of y'all, I mean that with every fiber of my being. I feel it run all through my veins whenever I say it. So when I say that to y'all, trust and believe. Even when I type it, when I go back to your comments, I mean it with every fiber of my being. When I say it back to you, I mean it. You inspired me today, sis, and thank you for that. Got to go back and hear it again. Well, I'm glad that it was for you, and knowing that it don't have anything to do with me. I was just the vessel and that's another thing that that I don't accept. I'm happy to be the vessel that was used to give it, but outside of God alone, I would not be able to say any of that to you. So, hey, Pretty Brown. Oh my goodness, look at it. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings. Pretty Brown, it's good to see you up in here. All right. For some realness. Yep, Miss T Velocity, and you know that even Miss Coffee. What for whatever reason you came and put Miss T Velocity in there, probably is a reminder to go over there and check her out some more. So I am definitely gonna go back over and start to hit her up and everything. And though anybody who doing this another one too. There are some people, and misunderstood is not beef sector, but she is in the beef sector. Just like I'm not beef sector, people know of me over in the beef sector or whatever. But misunderstood is somebody who you can put her thing in. She is somebody who um and I don't know a whole lot about her, but I've had a conversation with her before, and I go over and I look at some of her things sometimes, and I think she's real about struggling through addiction and stuff like that. So if anybody have in any of those things and need like some encouragement, misunderstood has been through a lot of things, and she talk about things coming from that side or whatever. So that's another person who I think is taking their journey serious, with some things that they can offer, so um I know that's right, Miss Coffee. I can't wait either. We're gonna have a good time. Sending you flowers. Thank you very much, J Man. Corinne, how you doing today? So what am I famous for? Um all right, chicken boo. That's you famous. You better IG me anytime you need to. I will. Miss Coffee. Actually, I've been having some questions for some other people, and I'm like, why am I going all around the block? And let me just hit Miss Coffee up. But just and I know some of y'all feel this same way. It's like when you need something, you're not used to reaching out to people and asking or whatever. Because I almost feel like I don't want to be anybody's burden or whatever, but I love the way like the relationships that I've been in. It's like I always try and make sure like it's balanced. I don't want to, I just balance. I'm gonna just say that I ain't gonna even try to explain it. But I have a hard time with asking other people for help. Um, and so no, I definitely do have something that I want to reach out to, and it's something else that I want to learn. But I also feel like Miss Coffee, you done taught me already so much with just the one video that you sent me. I'm still using that. I still go back to that, and I still pull stuff from it. I'm still learning. I don't do a lot of thumbnails and all of that stuff. So, but when the times that I'm putting up some or whatever, just know I'm over there playing around with the app or whatever, trying to figure some other stuff out or whatever. And so far so good. And so I still feel like I got so much I can pull from that. It's like who you think you is going to ask somebody else for another little piece of information. And Miss Coffee, when you find out what it is that I want to know, you're gonna be like, girl, Shauna, if you don't if you don't, girl. But that's just, and I'm just telling you the way my mind thinks. It doesn't have anything to do with the person. They done made me feel any type of way or no nothing. It's just that's where I come from. So I have to try and get rid of that right there. Been in the clouds listening, doing my hair. Uh-oh, Corinne, you be like me, be multitasking, doing everything. You are a beautiful son. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, no, I'm a full time computer person. Alrighty then. Yeah, I just gotta. Hey, Ben Stanker, how you doing today? I even be thinking. I always tell Ben Stanker too. No matter, um, whenever she comes in, um, whether I'm going to do what she talk to me about or whatever. Certain people that come in and just speak is like an encouragement. I can never forget that binge thinker. The first thing she said to me, she was like, "Do you sell your seeds?" And I was like, "No, I've never sold seeds." Her encouragement was, "You should sell them." And regardless of whether I do it or not, I'm always going to see binge thinker as a person that came. And if you can't see it, this is the way that I see it. She's encouraging me to grow. So every time I see binge thinker, all I can think about is growing. You can say something so simple to somebody, so simple, and you not even understand how you encourage them in this moment. I don't even know binge thinker like that. I've seen her around in chats over in the beef sector too. But I'm always gonna tie that to her name because she came through and she's encouraging me, no matter how small or how big. Do you understand? She's saying, "Do I sell my seeds?" Selling your seeds is like that can be another form of uh why can't I say the word? Another stream of income. That's encouragement, point blank, period. Whatever somebody give to you, read into it. Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? And if you deem it to be a good thing, you have been encouraged. So there's just names that I see that, uh, may not be that significant to anybody else, but I always tell binge thinker that every time that I see her, that when I see her name, you're right, another stream of income. Whenever I see her name, I think of it as every time I see her, she don't have to ever mention it again. Whenever I see her, it make me think about the seeds and stuff that I get here. So I'll never forget that. Thank you for planting that seed, binge thinker. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But listen, I'm gonna be on here and I'm gonna say it 100 times. 100 times. Go back and look at the beginning of this video, and I just really want to get off of here and climb under a rock. But on today, just know, y'all, that God sent y'all through to help me through, to give me a push to move along my day. What they say, being thinking ain't still never put up a product list. I, and I did it. But listen, I'm still collecting seeds right now. I got so many of them. But two, I'm with that thing. I have to keep reminding myself, be anxious for nothing. And see, when I got that and I got all of these seeds going and everything, and I'm thinking to myself, adding something to your list. So I try to, compartmentalize things and like slow myself down because there is 1,000 things that's happening around me right now. And then too, the same way I'm saying to y'all, I don't be asking people for help. I do that same thing right here. It's like I give people chores or whatever, but it's like because I feel like so much was asked and required of me, I try not to do that to anybody else. So these projects and stuff that I have going on, you know, from time to time, my husband will come to the door and be like seeing what I'm doing or whatever, and then he'll just come out there and start helping me or whatever. And I'll be like thankful. But then there's times that I can be like, he can come out or he can see that I'm doing a project and he go and do it, but it's not the way that I wanted to do the project. And the same way that y'all see me when I be talking to other people, my face shows emotions and all of those things, and I get annoyed when things ain't done the way that I want them to be. So I don't fault the people for not wanting to come in and do all of those things, or whatever. But I do have help and everything. It's just kind of like I do things to like clear my mind and go out and do it. See, I've started babbling again. Stay till you feel better. I absolutely do. And now I got 2 Bible verses that I definitely need to go write down, because I'll tell y'all. Let me see. Let me see. Can I work this screenshot thing while we up in here? Look at me trying to be all sophisticated. I did it. I did it. Look at that. Now I don't have to go and run and find a piece of paper. And you know how I learned that? Because somebody else was doing a video the other day and they was like, can I screenshot something? Can I screenshot something while I'm live or something? Somebody was asking. I think Miss Coffee, you might have been in that live. But they was asking, can they screenshot something? I was like, I'll screenshot it for you and send it. I don't even remember, but they had got it anyways. But I learned that from watching somebody else. Philippians 4:6. Okay, I'm gonna read that. And John 16:24. Asking you will receive. Yeah, well, I definitely done heard that one before, but I just didn't know it was John. Asking you shall receive, and that your joy may be completed. Thank y'all. Absolutely, from the bottom of my heart, high class gardeners, and everybody else that came through that ain't a part of the high class gardeners. Over here, we believe in growing and together, growing together. And whatever it is that we growing out in our yard or in our gardens or whatever it is that you're growing, look at that plant as a manifestation of what's happening in your real life. Pour into that plant so it can give back to you. Just like yesterday, I haven't been doing a whole lot out in the garden. Well, that I deem I haven't been doing a lot compared to the things that I usually go out there and do. And I need to quit saying that. But I haven't been doing a whole lot. But my yard and everything gave me back a whole lot the other day. So, and it still has more to give. I just haven't collected everything. But things are growing and we continuing to grow. So if that's what you're interested in and growing in your garden and growing out in real life, and even if you ain't ready to grow out in the garden yet, come over here and grow with us in real life and watch how contagious gardening is. And you will start growing in your real life and in your garden at the same time. At the same time. And as you know, we growing together. I'm just gonna continuously say that. And why are we high class? We high class because we don't play around with no bugs and no snakes and worms. And that's in real life. In real life, we don't deal with those kinds of people. So, and we try to avoid them, but you'll run into them every now and then. You got to be tested. So, but we don't play around with them. On another note, can I ask what the hell takes hot flashes away? Standing in front of the air conditioner with a box fan blowing at the same time. That's the only thing oh, they really have something that'll take it away. And like binge thinker, is that that's really something? Is something named that'll take away hot flashes? Cause honey, I'm going through a whole bunch of things. Cause them I was all excited and I was like, is it finna come to an end? Cause mine still be coming and going when it get ready to. And when it comes, let me tell you something. Every time it happens, I'm so bloated. Like, look, see, we on a whole nother. Okay, bitch, like I just enjoy my LOL when in appropriate environments. Okay. Hey, what I just said, and in them other situations, air condition, and not just the air condition by itself. Oh, you need both of them, both of them at the same time. And let me tell you something. Those of y'all who going through it, and you got a husband in the bed next to you, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what. You be having these hot flashes. You be done kick the cover off. You kick the cover off of you, right? And you trying to, cool back off, right? But then you got that husband that's next to you that he keep you covered up at nighttime. Imagine the fight at nighttime. You already sweating and you angry because this sweat coming and I'm trying to sleep right now. I'm hot as hell. And your husband, the fight you fighting, he fighting against you. He throwing the cover back on you, and then you kind of be, he being nice or whatever, but them hot flashes be coming the way they be coming, and you be like, if you don't leave this damn cover, It'd be like that. I'm like, can you please stop putting this cover on me? I am hot right now. And they don't even be understanding. They don't even be understanding. Right now, I'm in a fight with this cover and you keep throwing it on me. It'd be like that. Them hot flashes is something else. Honestly, I've been at the foot of the bed a year now. Ooh, got to well, cause he ain't gonna cover his head. He ain't gonna cover his head up. Oh God. And let me tell you, in between the two, there's two kind of headboards that I know people have, right? And it's either like that wool kind of texture or either like that leather texture. You talking about hot, honey? You will get angry to sit up in your bed and lean against that headboard at nighttime if you going through a hot flash. So I understand. Because they can say mine started at 40 and last until 44. Some ladies told me that they had them 10. See, bench thinker, that's what I'm talking about right there. See, I was talking about it one day and I went and asked my auntie how long she went through it. Cause I've been going through it now. Yeah, I started around about 40. And right now I'm 48. So I'm always 10 years. And now I like have times when um my month I still have a monthly from time to time, but it's like sometimes it'll come and then it'll skip 2 months. But during but still I have the bloating. It's like my bloating is like 50 pounds of bloating. Like literally, I got my feet be swole up, my fat hands be swole up, my stomach gets swole up, everything. It's like bloating out of this world. It won't come, but the bloating always never fails to show up. And it's like I'd rather just go ahead and have just give me the full entourage. Like don't give me one without the other. But it'd be like that. And but then when I was talking to my auntie, she said that she did it until she was 62. And they say you ain't fully finished with it unless you don't have a period for 2 years. I'm like, I'm gonna stop talking about this because ain't nobody giving me the right kind of hope that I want to help. I don't want to be going through this forever in a day. But yeah, it is. I call them power. J Max says she called them power surgery. Yeah, more like a electrocution. A power surge. Damn power surge. A good 2 years now. I'm 55. Oh my God. Like well, dear Miss Coffee, that you done made it. You done made it, sis. Now don't take don't take my word from there. You go in there and be like, I know this ain't happening. Surprise, surprise. But I'm like, shoot, I'm waiting on them 2 years, and the furthest I done ever got is 2 months. And Charlie used to, and when them 2 months didn't come, she had me scared as hell, thinking that I might be pregnant or something. So I was like, I need you to come. You better show up here, girl. I know we ain't playing like that. Done got these things snipped and tied and burnt up and everything. I even told the doctor if another one come from out of here, I'm gonna put him on child support. It's not coming out right. Let me tell you this. Hot flashes I call power surgery. Listen, even though J Mac it wasn't coming out right, I think everybody understood just what you were saying. Everybody. Hey, growing with Hudson. Good to see you. My mom's still going 70. Oh Lord. Oh no. No flow in 4 years. Okay, then you might got it. You might got it. You might be straight. Super straight. Wait a minute. I turned 53 last month. You know flow for 4 years. Man, please. I'm waiting to get wait a minute. Sometimes sometimes you have to balance the things that you be wishing for because you know the flow saved you a couple of times, especially when you got a husband that don't got no chill to him. If you know what I mean, you be like, she on, I'm good. I'm good for right now. So I had to go and think down the line. Wait a minute, you sure you wanted to be completely gone? Child, I ain't got. Cause headaches don't. Saying you got a headache don't work. Not these days. None of that don't work. You got a headache? Okay, then go ahead and lay down and go to sleep. You'll be you'll be all right. Just turned 50. I was uh, like at least 18. Woo, I can't. I'm waiting to get to them. I'm waiting to get to them days. But then when I and that then I start having these other thoughts. Girl, I done saved you. Child, I would rather keep my cycle than to go through than to go listen, brown eyes. It's gonna come. It's gonna come with or without you still getting it. Cause I'm telling you, my thing just started where I've been doing the skipping the 2 months at a time. That's as furthest I ever went, was skipping 2 months. Still in between, the hot flashes come. The hot flashes come even during the time you sitting in the middle of somewhere and all of a sudden you getting hot as hell and everybody sitting in the air conditioning and you the only one sitting there sweating and going on like somebody done turned your internal well, like J Max said, that power surge came on all of a sudden, that internal heater that you can't do nothing with. Honey, you will know when it show up. You gonna know what it is. It gonna wake you. That thing wake you up out of your sleep with no noise. It ain't got no sound to it, no nothing. But when she show up, she there. And so once you start going through her, you gonna be like, go ahead, she can go on then. You been swallowing so big. Thank y'all. And I'm telling you, y'all came through and fed into me. I was ready to get off of here, and I said, here come Miss Coffee done spoke up. She used to be the one when I'm saying I'm finna get off of here and be like, no, not yet, Shauna, not yet. Not yet. Yes, them hot flashes is no joke. You're smiling. Thank y'all very much. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. When I first came on here and I first came on YouTube smiling, that's the first thing somebody tried to stop me from doing. By telling me, girl, you need to go and get your teeth fixed. Well, right now I'm just thankful for the teeth that I still have in my mouth. Right now I'm just thankful for the teeth that I do still have in my mouth. So I ain't worried about it. I could still chew. I could still smile and cheese. I remember having dreams when I first got these gold put in my mouth. I remember having a dream. I woke up one day and I had the only teeth I had left in my mouth was the gold teeth. And imagine what that sight looked like. I should make a picture where I scratch out all of my teeth except for the gold teeth so I can see what that looked like. Oh my goodness. I love y'all people for real, because y'all don't even know. Like, my day it's like my day just done shifted. Just coming on here and talking to y'all, my day has shifted. Really. Um, those hot flash on it. This lady at work used to say, "I'm having my own personal summer." Oh my goodness! Now that's funny. And it do be like that. You out there on a limb all by yourself. Ain't nobody else feeling none of what you going through. You can be in the middle of the winter and it's snow. I need the snow right now. Them things be just like that, and they make you mad, especially when they come in your sleep. And it used to be freezing at work. That's how they say. I had just got in. Miss Coffee, you had just came in when I said that. So good to hear you laugh. Feel good to be laughing right now because I sure didn't feel like it. But sometimes I'm around people that are going through different things and everything, and I can feel I can feel when they're depressed, and when I feel that, I want to pour into them. I want them to pull them out of those places. And I guess that's another form of, be careful of the seeds you plant. Be careful of what you wish for other people. When I literally see people and I recognize that they're in a depressive state, I always want to do something to help pull them out of that place, even though they don't want to be there. So I thank you all for coming through. And now I'm recognizing what's happening. That's what you put out into the atmosphere, and now that's what you get back. And so now I'm almost like in this place of like feeling guilty, you know, and I know my family would not want me to be around, you know, moping around and going, because she was definitely a turned up kind of person, a fun kind of person. I hope y'all can still hear me because I ended up sitting next to the pump. Um, but today I can feel the seed planted, and I got back what I put out in the atmosphere. Um, listen, you'll sure be changing the topic in a snap, but but the time I finish my comment is no longer listen, you'll sure be changing the topic in a snap, but the time I finish my comment, it's no longer relevant. Oh, you, because you know I be all behind in the chat. I can't never say. And for whatever reason, like when my thing go, it doesn't roll or anything like that. It's like if I don't put my finger on it or something and move it, it does not stroll the chat or no nothing. So it's like I literally got to go and touch it and then bring it back. You know, I'm still two finger type. You type with two fingers. Uh, we love it. And I love y'all right back. Hey, Angels Fire. Girl, your teeth are fine. Yeah, and if nobody else don't know it, I know they fine. And let me tell you something, and I don't mind if and one of them be bothering me, cause I ain't got no $3,000 and $4,000 to be throwing out there on no table every time they pull one out. If it's bothering me, you better take this thing from out of here. Take this thing from on up out of here. You know, I'll worry about some dentures or something later on down the line. But for right now, I'm smiling. Let's talk about a damn laundry on my nerve. That's on everybody's nerve. Right now, I got 4 baskets in there, clean laundry, and just shuffling them around. I'll be like, hell, we gonna fold them up. We gonna fold them up when they get ready. Everything is clean. I rather have four laundry baskets with clean clothes in them any day than to have 4 laundry baskets with dirty clothes in them. So we good. So Miss Coffee, throw them in the washing machine and throw them in the dryer. As long as they clean, you straight. My day is July 31st. All right. Wow. Well, we are the ones that know. I already know that. Oh my goodness. And that's not being that, you know, what you were waiting on, that you have it on the 31st. If you remember, keep me in your prayers always. Anytime I come through and I see you, even your name come across the screen, is already done. Absolutely. Y'all keep Growing with Hudson in prayer. She's getting ready to have her surgery, which she's been looking to get scheduled for a long time now. And if y'all want to know about it, go and check Growing with Hudson out over there. She into growing a whole lot of things. I mostly grow food and stuff, but Miss Hudson, Growing with Hudson, is into all of those, like the edible flowers and all of that stuff. And so I go over to her to learn about other stuff. Even though I'm not into that stuff yet, I still go over and I watch her, because you don't know what we're gonna have to come up with our own self coming up. So even though I ain't working in that realm right now, I'm trying to get prepared. And preparation, part of preparation is learning how to do it, before you get into it. So I get hot and cold all the time because I am anemic. Oh, well, that too. So you could be already going through menopause and you just don't know it because of that. You could already be going through it. You just don't even know it. Self-centered women need to have these conversations and lots of laughs. Absolutely. And you will see That we do. We don't never be staying on no one chew on clothes for toothpaste. Ah, that's better than the liquor. That's better than that right there. They'll tell you just let some liquor sit on it or something like that. They used to say. But honey child, I had a toothache one time, and I always said I don't never ever. Let me tell you something. Y'all know I told y'all about the time my brother shot me in my leg. Let me tell you something. I'd rather have that any day than a toothache. Any day. Now, according to what the caliber is. But yeah, a toothache is that them things be on 10. So let me tell you something. I don't think about no options. If I get a toothache, I don't want to hear nothing that dentist got to say about no other options or no nothing about how young I am. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Get this up out of my. That's literally how I be with the dentist when I go there. They give me the same talk every single time. Sir, I understand all that. I understand everything you say. You done told me I don't know how many times. I don't want no root canal because you telling me already with a root canal that there's a chance that I could feel this pain again because they might miss something. And I don't want a chance in hell to come back that I'm gonna feel this pain again. So just I know for sure if you snatch it up out of here, I know that I ain't gonna feel that pain, at least not coming from this one right here. So you go ahead and take it out, and then I'll put a part. Well, I don't want your other teeth to shift around. I understand, Mr. Dennis, but please, sir, take it out. So it literally be like that with that tooth pain for me. Let me tell you something. I rather give birth. Mm-mm. No, when somebody tell me to have a toothache, I already feel sorry for you. For four wisdom teeth, my God. All right, FedEx. Not the backing up down the road. My four wisdom teeth. Much prayers for you, Hudson. May the Lord go before you. Absolutely. Those toothaches take you to hell. Yeah. Uh, let, let me tell you one thing I disagree with what you just said, growing with Hudson. You said those toothaches take you to hell. I don't think I ever came back from them. Hey, I think the dentist had to take the hell away because I don't remember coming back from there with no tooth. Let me tell you something. Listen. I don't even think I need to explain it because I think most of y'all on here probably done experienced it before. Honey, please. And I be screaming at my kids right now. We were taught when we was young, but uh, it wasn't like you led them to the place to make sure that it's happening or whatever like that. And with kids, you have to stay on them and keep them or whatever. But for me, if I go to the dentist or whatever, like when I take my kids to the dentist and I'll be like freaking out if he be saying like they have a little bit of a cavity because I'm thinking that like a cavity is like it done went all the way through the tooth and all of that kind of stuff or whatever. And no, it's like he's showing me like, no, it's not like that, but it's definitely starting to try and do something. So whenever it come down to my kids and stuff, I be getting nervous about that stuff because I don't ever want them to feel that pain. And so like I'm on them at a different level of taking care of your mouth is the gateway to your inside. So, you know, take care of them good old teeth. You only get what you get 2 sets. 2 sets and then you're done, buddy. Um Girl, I had to have my root canal taken out. Well, there you go. Pretty Brown said she had a root canal and still ended up having to take it out. Mm-mm. And then one of my brothers, when he was like 12, he fell and hit his tooth on the rail, and it knocked his front tooth out. And I took him to the dentist, and I think back then I think I had to pay the dentist out of pocket. I paid him $500 to put my brother's tooth back in, because I was like, I ain't no he not walking around with no tooth missing out of his mouth. So we took him to the dentist, and they put it back in or whatever, and like braced it back in. But here it is. He was 12 then, and he about, I think he 32 now, and it just fell out. After all these years, it fell out. So, you know, girl, you need to quit playing Pretty Brown. You say FedEx come through here. Everybody be coming through here, and it's so many people out here got so many businesses and stuff like that. So you see all kinds of trucks coming through here. People, semi trucks come through here to deliver people's horse feed and all of that there kind of stuff. And as was yesterday, I was looking out the window yesterday for the first time in a long time. And as I'm looking out the window, then to see the horses come trotting by and everything, I was like, I have absolutely beautiful scenery out here to just be sitting all of a sudden, and all of a sudden you see like 20 horses come trotting down the road and stuff like that. And I'm excited about it because my kids get to see different things, experience different things, see different things. You know what I'm saying? Other people come out here and they like excited to see like the horses and all of that their kind of stuff, and see what we have out here. And my kids be wanting to go. Like I got one of my friends got a pool at their house. My kids be excited to go over to her house because she got a pool there. But then her kids be excited to come out here to my house because we got the animals and stuff out here. And I'm just like, yeah, they different, they get different experiences. Look, weather, toothaches, earaches, stomachaches, they all are unbearable. They sure can be. It sure can be. Toothaches and earaches. They all tie hand in hand. It's like if you get a toothache, that thing can connect to your ears, your throat, everything. It's like it make everything hurt. Let me tell you something. A toothache will make you want to take your own self away from here. And that's what right there. That's the line. That's right there. It's just that bad. It's horrible. But you all, I'm finna get ready to go and do some of the things that I need to do today. And I'm gonna take each and every one of y'all along with me, because right now you all are the ones, are the vessels that God used to put this smile back on my face today. My spirits have truly been lifted, truly been lifted. I feel absolutely amazing. And I really didn't think this live was going to give anything. Everything in me was telling me to hit the button and turn the live off. Turn the live off. And I stayed with it. And right when I couldn't stay anymore, God sent somebody in to say, hey, I just coming in. And we here almost 2 hours later. And I still have a smile on my face. And I feel like we had an amazing conversation. An amazing conversation. This is growth, y'all. And I don't think there's anything else that really needs to be said. I thank God for this moment right now. And all I can think about is them prayers that Miss Coffee be down at the end of her lives and everything like that. that that's what I feel done happened right here already in this space. So I am so thankful right now in this moment. And I hope everybody feel the uplifting and the joy that I feel right now throughout the remainder of your day, despite what you're going through. Despite of what you're going through, what to say? God say, if you take the little steps and you've done all you can do, I'll do the rest for you. That's exactly what I did today. I didn't feel like doing nothing. I didn't feel like even hitting this live button. Because I took a few steps, God turned it around and He did all the rest for me. And for that, I am very, very grateful. Um, I think y'all, maybe I need to change this live to a smile. First, I took on the thumbnail, I put pictures of the flowers over there. I didn't know where I was going with this one, but thank you all for being a part of this. And like I said, for everybody that's here, it don't matter how your day start out, is what it end up like. So going through your day. Hey, Global, Mama Global. That's Mama right there. Good afternoon. That's another one right there. Y'all go over. She give you that good old Southern teaching. So Oreo is doing just fine. Last night, listen, I even talked to my husband about y'all. See, we started again. My husband was talking about the pigs last night, and I was actually saying, I was like, okay, you gonna start talking about the pigs again last night? I say, share with Shay already told me to stop snitching on you about the about how you be talking about them pigs. So last night he was talking about eating, getting one of them ready to cook or whatever. But he was talking about the difference where you can have um the girls and the boys, they have a different taste to them. So last night my husband was talking about the Oreo got musky nuts. And he said, "Don't go online talking about me." I say, "Hell, you." I say, "You got protectors on there too." I say, "Cause Cheryl with Shay gonna be like, stop snitching on your husband," like she told me last time. So he is like that big mother. And I was like, "I told you about talking crap about the pigs all the time." He's like, "What do you do? He got musky nuts. Don't nobody want." I say, "Oreo ain't. He just there. That's our mascot right there." But he not for dinner. But he would talk about that last night, and I just thought about last night that I was like, "See, you talking about our pigs again?" I say, "Shelby Shay already done told me nothing. Stop snitching now." I, I was, I have to tell him when you be talking about Oreo like that. um, yeah, but growing with Hudson, you see, there's levels to this. That's what I'm gonna say, because I told y'all my first animals we got, they was like, no, we can't do anything to them. We can't do anything to them, And when we first got them, I was scared. I wouldn't even eat the chickens. I was going to buy eggs from the store. Y'all can't eat them eggs. I'm not eating them eggs. That's how it was when I first started out, right? Y'all eat them eggs. I was still going to the store buying my eggs when I'm getting what I'm getting here. So everything is like a difference. So it's like you telling me to take his little jewels off of back there. That Oreo is like our baby. He roll over and scratch. He even talk to us and stuff. I'll be like, you ain't finna do that to him. He need all his jewels. He gotta make some more children. But yeah, that's the same thing my husband say. You have to cut them off because it was just the way he was talking. But they say when the boys keep their jewels back there, it make the meat in them be musky. So Oreo is musky. Don't nobody want to eat him. He still got all of his parts. I'm trying to give up back. Hey, but Mama Global, when you come from the country, it's hard to give up that bacon, ain't it? Cause let me tell you something. I can give it up and not touch it for a long periods of time, but it always come that time when you feel like you need a little piece of crunchy bacon and some in a bowl of grits or something like that. Get that little crisp on with some eggs or something like that. It just give it a whole other level. But let me tell you something. There's two things that I love having pork in. When I cook cabbage, I have to fry me some bacon to cook in with the cabbage. Favorite, absolute favorite. Now, I told y'all I be wrestling between the collard greens with the turkey wings in it and collard greens with the pigtails in them. And I have to tell y'all that the ones with the pigtails in them be winning. it be winning. But I be, I be bouncing back over there to the, you know, to the turkey. But yeah. But you know, we growing and we getting there. We learning some different things. But our Oreo gonna I think Oreo gonna live out his life. In order for my husband to take him, he gonna really have to do it behind my back. And but my first chickens, I didn't take them. I wouldn't take them to slaughter, and Oreo I wouldn't take him to slaughter. But the other ones that we have, because I know this now and learned that I try not to make no connections to them, like naming them names like we did. Shay, ain't nothing gonna happen to Shay. Shay gonna be a rider forever because Shay has a name and she's individually being taken care of. Actually, little Shay is inside the house living in a fish tank, walking back and forth and talking to the family. He ride around on your hand and stuff like he a parrot or something like that. So, there's a connection with him. So he won't be going to anything like that. But you have to learn to not have those connections and stuff with your animals if this is the way that you want to live your life. So, for those of you all who trying to get to that point, don't be snitching on Mr. Touchdown. I told him, I said they ain't trying to let me talk about you. I say, Chef, when I get too deep in it, she be like, don't be snitching on. Don't do it. She didn't hear. We want to tour. That you want to tour today. I'm gonna do a tour because I gotta show y'all. Like what's been going on, and so I'm learning like because of where I am growing right now. My garden is not looking pretty, but I also said that I'm gonna take y'all with me because I got some more seeds and stuff that I'm gonna plant. I'm gonna start them on the inside because we're gonna shift around where we have the sunflowers planted at right now and where we have the tomatoes planted at. So the sunflowers, I kind of got them over like over in a in a shaded area, but it gets sun and you can see the sunflowers like kind of tilt towards the sun. And I should have known better than that, but for whatever reason I planted them there because we opened that space up a little bit later and I wanted sunflowers. So now what I'm gonna do, that the tomatoes or some of the plants are dying out, where they dying out at, I'm gonna put sunflowers there to be in the sun. So you can see that one sunflower is out there with a stalk this big on it. None of my other ones got that big, but you know that come from me not following directions and stuff. So sometimes you not following directions come back and fire on you. But we gonna do a garden tour and walk around and see some things, but just just not to get my spirits have been lifted, but my energy ain't. Oh, all right, a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. uh, Let me see. Not gonna lie, we have a chicken coop nearby for the children. They're big as heck now, overfed by the children, I think. I'll post on my community wall. Yeah, go. But I got chickens. Some of my chickens stand almost 3 feet tall. I have some really. I ain't never really took y'all to the chicken pen. Um. Oh, she's a boy. Oh, okay. Shay is a boy. Um. I'm back. We made it to the. Uh, Share with Shay. Forgive me for me thinking that, cause I didn't know. And actually, I think my husband actually said before. He asked me, "Was Shay?" And I just automatically, oh, can you burn the line? See that kind of like go along with that conversation where I say I seen that mama that she had instead of taking her game or whatever, took it and put it on the driveway and ran it over with her car, no nothing. I was like, you probably should have went to the pawn shop with that. They got little places where you could go and sell your clothes and stuff like that. Cause you probably gonna need to go and buy some more after you burn those up. So probably not. Probably not Miss Coffee. But let me make this clear right now so I don't make no more mistakes with Shay. So share with Shay. I assumed that you were a woman. Share with Shay, you are a guy. Let me make sure and clarify that right now. And, I don't want to be calling nobody who they are or are not. But most of us be over here talking and stuff. We be I know a couple of guys and stuff that come through, but I just assumed. But let's see. What she say? Shay ain't said nothing. She probably went back to work or whatever. But we gonna find that out because I don't wanna be assuming. So, and anybody y'all chop it up to charge it to my charge it somewhere else. Definitely know that I'm not trying to say the wrong thing in it. That's how I feel, sis. But I'm pushing myself up to do things and get out, even though I don't want to. Yeah. No, I'm trying to understand you. So wait a minute. I'm confused right now. This what I get for being behind in the chat. So I missed some other stuff. See, I ain't even seen nothing about Miss Coffee say she burned the laundry because I'm telling y'all, my thing does not, for whatever reason, my thing does not scroll. I literally have to go and I know y'all see my little finger fanning all over the dang on in front of the camera like that right now. It's because I have to make the thing move my own self. Maybe is that because I keep being getting the Android. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody keep trying to make me get an iPhone. And the only thing I see that I want an iPhone for now is because the pictures show a whole lot better. But I don't even know if I can make the picture on this one show better because I don't be playing around with the settings and all of that stuff. I don't know how to be messing with this stuff on these computers. But Nene, when I came on today, listen to me calling you by your little pet name that I made up for you. Shalissa. You know who I'm talking to. um when I first came on, it's like I didn't have any energy or no nothing, but I feel like everything is changed now. So um I want y'all to get dissolving B12 under your tongues. Okay then. B12. I was put on B12 at one point because I was like showing anemic. Yeah, B12. B12. We need you up north to get our community gardeners together because my neighbors are getting lazy. But who, Mama Global, this heat up here will make you be lazy here. O'Shea lady. Um O'Shea lady, hey, my girl. I'm saying I thought the chicken was a girl. Yeah, I don't know what she is right now. She do look like it do look like a girl, but sort of with a chicken you have to wait and you have to spread the wings out and you can see a boy. I think the boy has two layers. He got two layers of wings, and a girl has like maybe 4 or 5 rows of wings. So like I haven't, and me too, because I'm not usually the one that handles the chickens a lot. My kids handle them a lot, and my husband handles them a lot. He pick them up with no problem. They jump on his arm, sit on his arm, and all of that stuff. And I'm not too keen with going up to them and taking that wing that you usually see bunched up with their wings together and their feathers together, whatever, because I don't want to hurt them or nothing like that. So I'm not too crazy with taking their wing and spreading it out just to find out whether it's a girl or boy. Now my kids and my husband, them, they'll go right up there and ask them, and they probably done already figured it out, and what whether it's a girl or a boy. But I didn't. I just be talking to Shay. I don't know, because we know people, girls and boys with the same. It's a unisex name. So I say I thought the chicken was a girl. I think she a girl too, from what I seen so far. But I don't know as she grow older, or whatever. Maybe. But we'll see. You keep saying he's in the tank. Well, yeah. Well, Shay is in there in the fish tank, running back and forth across the across the thing in there. So we I just don't know. So okay, now we cleared up all of that confusion. I'm still trying to figure out this darn iPhone. Let me tell you something. I don't play with none of these different things in here. Even like I told Miss Coffee, my picture be showing grainy. I don't know how to switch it from that. She said something about the resolution, honey child. When she said that right there, I will not be venturing over there in those areas because knowing me, I'll be done switched up some and done forgot what the hell I did and can't even figure out how to undo it. So I'm like, let me not go over there and venture in those areas. Y'all don't even know how many phones I done had and I ain't used. I can have 4 apps on my phone and be fine with it and not nail another app on there and I'm gonna be good because I don't be using my phone like this. See, because I came to YouTube and these other social media places and everything. This is what started me to learning how to do this stuff. Okay, y'all. I thought the police was finna come here because they sure made a stop here yesterday. Somebody has a warrant for their arrest. Okay, see how we done went from one thing to the next one. I thought that police officer was actually finna stop here, but you know that girl that I got into with back my son's girlfriend, there is actually a warrant out for her arrest, and they came looking for her here yesterday. But of course, she is not here, and if she was here, I wouldn't be hiding her. I'm gonna get me and my neighbors some. Thank you. Okay, I miss. But yeah, I don't know how to work the Android, but it would be true if I had an iPhone, then I have more people around me with an iPhone and they can tell me how to work it and everything. But what I wasn't willing to do is I keep telling them, if y'all want to pay the iPhone money for me to get an iPhone, you go right ahead and do it. But honey, I'm fine with spending my $200 and $300 on the little phones that I'm getting. But shoot, I done seen my husband them drop 800 and plus dollars on the iPhone. Hell no, I ain't doing that. that's a that's a see me, I'm the type of person that I don't even want none of these new cars and stuff that they putting out on the street because I just like I just like the all these different sensors and all of that stuff. Is like I like my older cars and all of that stuff, you know. And I would just another conversation me and my husband have, man, what are we gonna do? Because we know it's coming up time to get another car, but dang, do we want a car? I don't like payments. I think my husband don't care nothing about having car payments. I don't like no car payments. I like my junk to be scot free and paid for a roll around. I don't want nobody talking about they can come and repossess my junk. I don't want it to be repossession. I done had a repossession before. But I don't like none of that stuff. I like to pay cash for my cars and roll on. But you know, sometimes you got to do things to get out them old seasons that you used to be in before, cause you done grow. You know, oh, the popo coming knocking at your door. He ain't even make it. He ain't make it to the door. My husband met him at the door. Uh, well, met her. They actually sent a lady officer out. So that girl need to get herself together for real. She's always in some mess. Well, Mama Global, this is stemming from the situation back before because remember in the thing that I was telling y'all about, see, we in another conversation again. The situation that I was telling you about, she was the one time, the day that he went to jail, we was telling the officer, me and my neighbors was telling them that throughout that day. And actually I was on the phone with somebody here on YouTube when one of the times around with the baby in his hand and she was punching him in the head. He running towards me with the baby. And because of her punching on him 3 times throughout the day, and it was said by 3 different people that the police got reports from, and none of us knew that the other one was telling the officers that. She got a charge for that. So even though they took him to jail on the day, she is, and it's so weird how much time it took for it to finally happen. But the state picked up those charges. She was spotted 3 times throughout the day, punching him in his head while he had a baby. So it just now came through, but she hasn't been. Well, she's been over here, but she ain't been here to live here in since back in November when I told y'all she had the people come when we the CPS thing came in. So that's what I told her when he paid the bill. Yeah, if you going I'm on a mini Ford F-150. Got a Ford in the back right now, but and it's a 84 or 85, and it still work good. It's my husband's like project where he got the antique, it's the antique tags and all of that kind of stuff. But he ain't driving it around right now because he don't feel like doing none of the work on it. But he got parts and stuff that he putting it back together. So I have to keep making new passwords because I keep forgetting. That's like that's what happened when we start to get up there in them ages. We be making up stuff and can't remember what we be done made it up. We be trying not to write it down. So yeah, I don't like no Cardinals. I like I like my older cars. I like me a good old Suburban. I definitely love a Suburban. I can go back to the Suburbans back in the the 70s and the 80s. If I could get me one of them, a hard body, honey, you can almost get hit by a stock and you still be good in those right there. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like these newer cars, because they don't make these cars like the old cars no more. Your junk just shrivel up like nothing when they get in a car accident. Um I don't like no Cardinals. I'm not tech savvy either. Me either. J Mag, and I be trying when I get a phone, ain't nothing more annoying to me than if one of my phones get broke or something. I ride a cell phone out for about a good good 8 years and not buy another one until something happened to it. But I don't like having to learn no new phone, no none of that. I even got a new computer and I only do the things that are necessary to it. And that's one of the things what I'm saying. I need Miss Coffee to tell me how to do something, because sometimes I be wanting to do a little bit of different things, because I can see other people doing it, and it's things that like I want to talk about, but like show what it is that I'm talking about. I don't know how to do all of that, and to be honest with it, it's like scary to even think of going into it. I think I'm gonna do something wrong. Um, Pick up to get me some cattle panel for the garden. Yeah, that's a I love. I keep me some garden cattle panel. That I just did. That's what I'm doing my garden bed with. I did the cattle panel for, and we actually finna start back buying some more of it too. Parking is like $3 per month. Cheap. That's why I don't do car notes. Oh wow, it's um, it's like that, New York and stuff like that too. Or it is just hard to park up in New York. Same thing again, Shauna. I was upset watching Crazy, but up in your house. And actually, I know a lot of people think that she's not and never has physically been living in my house. It's another house on my property that my son lives in. She living in the house with him. So it ain't never actually been she living in my house, but she on this my shit. And she here and being as disrespectful as she is. And regardless of whether it's him living in the house, it's my house. Point blank period. And she don't got no respect. So, you know, but yeah, no, let me say something. We have been up in the same house. You already know. Shauna definitely never would have made it. And that's the God's honest truth. Never would have made it. Hey, with God up in it at all, I never would have made it. Not being in the same house, no ma'am. No, no, no. Honey, my son would have had to crawl through hell and hot water not to allow that to happen. He was catching hell on that day. They so crazy up here, and we got hit by the police, and they kept going. I walk mainly. Oh my. Uh, you doing it now? Just depends how and what you edit. Yep, I'm working my way up to it, Miss Coffee. My job has a great leasing program. That's the only reason I drive something new. I have a 2000 Jeep Cherokee I have had for 15 years. I know that's right. Hang on to it. Hang on to it. Growing with Hudson, hang on. Older cars were made much better. They absolutely were. I remember the kids in our neighborhood used to be arguing because my husband had this Lincoln. Boy, them kids was making plans and everything. They all used to say, if anything, and they was even making plans for them to be the beneficiary. Telling my husband when he died, can they get his car? I said, I don't know if we should take this good or bad. I say the kids plotting on y'all already because they want this car you got. But love some older cars. They are so much better. Thank God she's gone. She was a chaos demon. Well, Mama Global, I don't think you know that the other day I got fire hot as a firecracker because he had her over here in my front yard again. So he back in hot waters with me again. So I think what that was last week, the beginning of last week or whatever, and just it was I was totally shocked after I had just told him that I don't want her. She has to stay on the outside of the gate only for him. He called me 5 minutes before she was to come over, and I told him it's fine that she come over and get the baby or whatever, but she needs to stay on the outside of the fence, only for him to open the fence up and allow her to come inside the fence. And she up here, I look out the window, I look up here, she up here running around in the front part of my yard, laughing, hugging, and kissing all over him and everything. And I wanted to just kick the door open and come on out here and jump on her, but I would have definitely been wrong as two left shoes. And I know a lot of people probably say, wrong for what? No, I would have been wrong because he did ask me what is it for her to come over here and get the baby. She doesn't know that I said she need to stay on the outside the fence because I didn't talk to her. I talked to him, and the mere fact that he keeps disrespecting me in those ways is very irritating. As if like he can't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth when I talk to him. So you know, but definitely a little bit of something still going on. As long as your head is held high, your path will clear. Absolutely. Every car we had, we always end up giving it to one of the children. Oh, that. Yep. Been there and done that too. I'm gonna send some red brick dust to you. My elders said demons can't cross that. Okay, all right. They said that a little bit about salt or something. Somebody told me to sprinkle some salt down or whatever. I say hell no, like that will kill all of my flowers, all my flowers and stuff. So the red dust might sound a little bit better. They all sprinkle some salt down. It stopped the demons from coming. I said, you trying to kill me? You trying to kill my plants? LOL, she will cuss you out for real, but she funny. Ooh. Um, Binge. They can have them. I'll stay old school. Old school, old school. Have you harvested any squash yet? Growing with Hudson, I got one. I got one squash before they got my before the squash board got into it. I mean, and it didn't just take the plant; it just the whole plant was just shriveling up and going away. So I just ended up pulling them away. But I do have the ones that I told y'all I started on the inside one, and they weren't doing good on the inside. So now I transferred them on the outside, and they're starting to look a whole lot better. We gonna see what they gonna do. But trust and believe, I haven't gave up on my squash and zucchini because I have to. I got to. The squash boards are horrible here. And another thing that I told at the beginning, I talked about the watermelon. I think they get into my watermelon too because they not looking that good. But like I said, I'm gonna show y'all the good, the bad, and the ugly. And don't mean we ain't giving up over. I'm telling you, once something else over there die out, we gonna plant it somewhere else and we gonna try it different. I'm telling you, before this season is over with, I'm gonna have some watermelon. And I don't even eat watermelon, but we grow them every year. Our kids are at least able to get like 4, 5, 6 watermelon. And this time I planted a whole lot more than we ever have planted before. But the determination, I'm going to get whatever it is. But I've never seen things like burn up the way that it's burning up this year or whatever. So I'm having to rearrange some things, but we're going to get it right. We're going to keep on. So I still have some squash and zucchini seeds. I even think they got into the pumpkins, but the peanuts is looking fabulous this time, everything. But we got, we got some stuff going out there, but I didn't get not. I got one squash. I cut that up and put it into some spaghetti, but we not one. I didn't get a zucchini. No, none of that. They took it out before I was able to. So here, let me tell you something. Where you all season, okay, say about in October or whatever, you all may in the areas y'all live in, y'all might get something like that. But I can start my squash at the end of September, and I can still get a good harvest because it's still so warm here in Florida and stuff. So it still do good then. So it ain't no total loss, but I need to make sure that I get me some cut up and froze away and everything because I almost feel like when I make spaghetti and stuff now, I can't do it without the squash and zucchini. It's just not right. Our region is only good for corn and tomatoes. Yeah, cause see here, when I try to go grow corn here, every time I do it, it always the bugs are so bad. The only thing we can do with it is feed it to our animals and everything, the bugs and the worms and stuff that get into it. So it's hard to grow corn here. But listen, it grows here out at the times that it ain't supposed to be growing here. So when it's cold here, we can grow corn here. The ears don't grow that big or no nothing, but it'll grow here during the winter time. But not so that's why I said I'm gonna have to there's a lot of things that we can grow. We just have to switch up the time that we trying to grow them because everything is changing so much you just don't even you don't know what you're gonna get. We had to replant them peanuts again. Relocate some them squirrels and stuff because they was out there tearing up everything. It was impossible, and they literally weren't tearing it up, but what they was doing, they was tearing it from one place and moving it to another place. So, which is still working against us because we go around everywhere and find where they put them at. So now we got peanuts growing everywhere, all over the yard, everywhere. Indiana gardeners do really good with watermelon and grapes. Yeah, we don't have. I get even like the watermelon that we like. Sometimes they get holes in them. We don't get them. We leave them on the ground, especially if it put like a big hole and leave it there, and we just let it die out and let it drop the seeds there. And every season we'll go back and get a watermelon from a place over there where I showed y'all where that gopher turtle be at in the corner over there. We that was the watermelon patch one year. I put that on the community board, and it bust over there that one year. The next year when it came back, it had uh, a big watermelon grew back in that spot, and that's not the spot where we had put any. I planted 7 squash in the garden, in the ground. I have one thriving, no squash borers yet, but the ants, peel bugs, and snakes take a lot of my small plants out. Ooh, yep. And then that's the thing right there. And actually my husband said to me last night, he said you probably have to go away from doing everything, not being able to put anything on it. He said because you don't want to be growing stuff and then just allowing everything to eat it. He said because sometimes you can't keep up with the worms and stuff like that. And when he say that, it's like I'm fine with the thing that I told y'all I be trying to use or whatever, but I don't think I'm comfortable with going past that. And that's the BT that I told y'all about. Um, you can look it up. It's like a little brown something, and it's like a bacteria that like the worms and stuff eat, and it dissolves them from the inside out. So it's kind of like you sprinkling salt on them or whatever. But I, it just makes me nervous that I'm going away from the things in the store because I don't want whatever garbage that is that they feed into us only to mess with something that I really truly don't. It says what it say on the thing, but is we really getting what they telling us? That's there. That's my own. Um, platinum food, Shauna. We have rats as big as kittens up here and pigeons. Not safe up here. Oh yeah, that's you in Chicago. That like that y'all got like them the New York, the New York and the Chicago rats is kind of like the same. That's what I'm scared of. We might get something like that big right there because they be hanging around our chicken pen a lot of times. And every now and then they will get inside your house. But let me tell you, my husband is like the rat sniper. He in there, he ain't gonna last for another 10 minutes because he gonna set him up good, feed him some good old peanut butter, and it's a wrap. Let's just say that. I thought it was for all. I'm going to record them. Ooh, yeah. Show us all, Miss Coffee. My skin gonna be crawling because you know what? That's what. I mean, I ain't gonna say that because I was gonna say no. I can say that because it is the truth. When I be going to the Chinese restaurants and stuff like that, because everybody's culture is different. I don't knock nobody culture or whatever, but let me tell you something. The one thing I don't want to experience eating no rat. I can't do it. And I don't have to say I don't know if it's true or not, but because I don't watch, that they do things and they try different things or whatever. I just don't want to try. I don't. Just like there's Indian people that think, we wrong for eating cows and everything. So I look at it in that way. Everything different, but because I don't want to try none, whenever I order Chinese rice or anything like that, I only get vegetable fried rice. Period. The lady who I always get it from, she always asks me, "Are you a vegetarian?" She asks me all every time. I be like, "No, I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not a vegetarian." I say, "Lord, don't let this lady keep on asking me questions. Now she might have to end up with the truth, honey. I don't want to experience no rat." Period. So I stick to the plain Jane. I don't want no Chinese rice with no meat in it. Period. None. I don't care what it look like. I don't want it. um, a rat made a nest under the hood, and when we started up, we kept smelling something horrible. Took it to the mechanic and found the nest. Yes, and they will eat the wires. They will eat the wires in your car if you haven't seen that. They some little destroyers. I'm trying to perfect this indoor. Just had onions successful so far, but green beans, okra are doing well. Um, they dig holes outside. They make a tunnel into. Yes, and that's one of the things we ain't really dealt with it a whole lot, but I done heard like other gardeners and stuff say about like they have a hard time with their pineapple and stuff like that because they'll come and eat holes in them. We haven't really had that experience. We had two of them since we've been growing pineapples. We done had two of them that got holes bit into them or whatever. So we just kind of like watching them and stuff like that to make sure that they ain't getting too carried away. Um, but if you really need your food, you have to protect your food. Bugs can devastate a garden. Absolutely. So I hear when he say that, I be just stating my opinion that that's not what I really want to do. But he's very firm with it, and he's like, well, it doesn't make any sense that you out there growing stuff only for the bugs and stuff to take it over. So eventually, I'll yield. I'll yield to it, even though I don't be wanting to. The one other natural thing I try to use is diatomaceous earth. But honey child, you have to be out there with that. But especially when it be raining and stuff. Any rain you get, you got to go out there and replace it. You can't keep my foot. Hell no. I have problems with American food. Yes, I moved from Brooklyn to the South. We do hibachi grill where you cook your own food at the table. Love it. Yeah, we went to a hibachi place right there in Virginia, and they had really good a really good hibachi. But it's like I ain't when I and I'm not a person that go out a whole lot, so that was my first time experiencing hibachi. And my sister was the one that was paying for it. So when they fixed my food, was the look at that plate. And for me, it was long. My sister looked at that plate and she said to the man, because we weren't cooking it ourselves. It's kind of like a thing where they sit you around like your own. You got your own table, but the chef is standing in the middle, and he's cooking whatever food for you, and he plating your food up and stuff right in front of you while he cooking it. But the food he had put on my plate, my sister turned around and looked at him. She asked him, she said, "Are you finished with her plate?" And Bossy, he was like, yes. And she said, "Oh no, you ain't. Not for the price I'm paying for her food. Her plate need to look like her." And I'm like, this plate got a whole bunch of food on it. Like, I don't need it. She's like, She's like, he had to give you what I know you supposed to get when we come here. But I'm like, oh. Okay. But then I'm thinking, I think I don't mess with people in the restaurants and stuff like that. When they come down to no food and stuff, I ain't finna argue with them folks, no nothing, because I can't see what they doing. But he is standing right in front of us. So I'm like, oh, he can't do nothing to us. So I'll be like, don't we come in here argue with these people in this restaurant, be spending our food and all that kind of stuff or whatever. But they standing right in. But she told him, she was like, no, can you see what her plate looked like compared to everybody else? She ran out of stuff, so you need to cook it up. And he followed, and then didn't know that when we walked out of there, that bill was $700 and some dollars. I was like, what the hell? I ain't never been nowhere with hell, it done been 40 of us and the bill ain't come to it been like come to $700. Like, dang. But yeah, I had a I'm not a vegetarian, not at all. No, I just don't want to have no chance meeting or no chance run-ins with, you know. And I had people in my life tell me that they trick the eating something. It's hard for them to trick me. One of the things they say they're gonna trick me into eating is turtle. You ain't gonna never trick me into eating no turtle, because I don't eat I don't eat stew beef. I don't eat steak. Anything that's like that, I don't eat none of that. So it'll be hard for you to trick me and think you're gonna feed me rabbit or anything like that. I don't eat none of that stuff. I'm very plain Jane. If people ask me, do I want to go to a restaurant or something, I'm never the one to pick the restaurant, because I can go to any restaurant and find me something to eat. I don't give a damn if it's a French fry and a chicken wing. Y'all go where y'all want to go. I will find me something. I will find me something on the menu, because I got a bad gag reflux. So anything that I don't like and it don't taste right to me, honey, it's coming up. It's coming out. I got a bad one. So yeah, I don't pick no restaurants and stuff like that. I don't mind trying them for the first time, whatever, but I don't pick them because I'm very, very picky. But I'm not a vegetarian. They say I eat chicken, hamburgers, an occasional hot dog, and it gotta be on the grill. I either got to have some chili and cheese on it or whatever. But I'll eat some ribs and a pork chopper every now and then, probably 1 or 2 times out the month. But other than that, mm-mm, I'm not no. Oh, no steak whatsoever. We was even finna. We was going to do the casino boat, and a part of the deal was, you when you get onto the casino, it came with a steak and a salmon, a steak and a salmon, steak and salmon dinner. And I had already said before, when we had made the plans, I was like, well, I don't need the it was like $75 for each person. I was like, I don't need the steak and the salmon, neither one of them. I don't want them. I ain't finna eat no baked fish either. I ain't never ate baked fish in my life. I grew up, my grandma and them would go fishing and stuff. We be on the fish creek. They bring everything, the flour and the seasoning and all that right there to the fish. They keep the fish clean around right up there. When I got older, like 13 and stuff, and started restaurants eating fish that was wet, I ain't gonna eat that. Fish being wet like that when it's time to eat it. I need my fish dry. So yeah, it's a lot of things. I ain't finna do none of that. Now, do I cook steak? No, none of that. My mother had them bad for me because the food bank would send her veggies and fruit. Her church feeding the homeless. I know that's right. Put it on out there. She didn't know the Nats came with the, yeah, they do. Another thing that somebody, cause see out here where we at, um everybody had we have wells out here. And septic tanks. They also say if you don't drop bleach in your drains and stuff every now and then, they'll come up through your drains and you be putting all of the stuff in out of the garden and everything. And it's like, if you got stuff growing and you keep fruit and stuff in your house, even like what my husband cut a bunch of bananas from for the banana trees and stuff and bring them on those things be inside of those and everything. And it's like a never ending story. So what I got is I got some little plastic containers that's like this big that got lids on them. And I took a toothpick and holes in it. And inside the little plastic container, I put dish detergent and apple cider vinegar with mother in it, which puts off like the scent of fermenting fruit or whatever, because that's what vinegar actually is fermented apples or whatever. And one of these days I'm gonna do that when my apples start growing, when my apple trees start growing apples on. But that the gnats will crawl inside, and I kind of like make my fruit sit there or whatever, or I sit in the window. I try to get close to like where I have and vegetables sitting on the counter, because I don't refrigerate when I get my stuff from the garden and everything. I try to leave it sitting out on those things what you see me post the pictures of them on, because then it keep it in sight where we don't let it go bad and we just eat on it as it go. And I plan my meals around my stuff that I get from out of my garden to, keep it flowing. But yeah, I kind of keep those little jars like real close, and what the nets do is they go inside and it just collects them like that. But if you growing and you have fresh vegetables and fruits and stuff on your counter, the nets will be like Calgon and take you away. Up through the drains and the shower drains. But yep, that's one of them too. And I knew that way. My friend told me she was coming to get me one day, and I touched the bananas because I was bringing her from all the banana tree. I've been eating from the trees that we grow out here, and then trying to go back to a banana in the grocery store in between waiting on these the thing. Man, I let 6 bananas sit up there and go rotten because it's so weird now that the bananas from the store taste so different. They don't even compare to our bananas. And so it's like, it's hard to go back to the stuff you got from the grocery store. So I was pulling off some bananas to bring them out to her. And now I got so frustrated, all the gnats that flew up out of them when I pulled 4 of them off of there. And when I was telling her about it, then she the one was telling me about how to make those little things. And so I did it, and they actually work good. So if you want to know how to collect the gnats from up out of your house without having to spray all of that crazy stuff and everything on it, then mix you some dish detergent and apple cider vinegar with mother on the inside of it in a little cup, and put you some holes in it, and they definitely will collect them. They just crawl right in there and they go on to glory. I was trying to tell my husband that I believe they came from the vents that's connected to the air conditions, which have condensation. Could I think they got all kinds of ways that they be coming through. But potting soil mixed with the cocoa. I drink a teaspoon of mother apple cider a day. Mama Global, what does that do for you? Because I heard people say, but I heard that stuff is nasty as all get up. I ain't never put it to see now. The cider vinegar, I've tried it with the brown vinegar, but not with the mother in it. They say the one with the mother in it is a mother. They say it's nasty. My area too, girl. I don't want nothing out of our water either, and I'm on the sound. Miss Coffee, it's always funny every time when you say you washing your dirt. What if you wash your dirt? Do it turn into sand once you wash it? Some people use cocoa core. I use cocoa core a lot to do their plants indoors. Yep, that's what, and that's one of the things that I gotta go and get today. I'm gonna get me some cocoa core to start my tomato plants on the inside. Um, and the sunflowers that I'm finna start. I'm starting them on the inside, and then as I go along, I'm just gonna pluck little holes and put them out in the garden. I think that's how I'm gonna do them. Definitely, I'm gonna start my tomatoes on the inside. I ain't sure about the sunflowers. I might want to just sow them directly into the ground. But yep, that's Let me see what Mama Global said about the global. I was trying to tell my husband that I believe they come from the vents. Okay, I read that one. No, I let it dry. LOL. I heard that works good. Yeah, I use. Yeah, but I know they said that drinking the apple cider vinegar is supposed to be something good for you or whatever. But I think my auntie was drinking it at one time. But I ain't never tried it. But you all, I am definitely in a better place than I was when I came on here, and I appreciate you all for that. But again, you all have a base. They got apple cider. They got gummies like that. I have to look. I have to look this stuff up. There's so much information be coming. Okay. Well then, I'm gonna see if apple cider vinegar, and then you said get the B12. The B12, Miss Coffee. What do you like of deal? Love you too, growing with her. So, who, what, which of B12 do you suggest? So I seen nature's own. Usually, I don't, for whatever reason, when I go to grab vitamins and stuff, I always be, I don't- I think I'm Nature's Bounty. Dear Miss Coffee gonna say Nature's Bounty. For whatever reason, that's the brand that I'm always attracted to every time I go in the store. I don't know why I go to them, and I'll be looking for somebody else to say something to them. But what I think actually happens with Nature's Bounty is, they always got coupons for Nature's Bounty, 500 milligrams. Okay, they always have coupons for Nature's Bounty, so I'm a coupon. I used to be a couponer. Ooh, real. I was a hoarding, a hoarding couponer, but they always had good coupons where you could get those vitamins for free all the time. It was no excuse. You never should have had to pay for them. At one time, I had so many other vitamins, I just started giving them to people that were saying that they needed those kind of vitamins with no problem for me. Any kind you could think of. They had the ones that look like little gumballs and all of that kind of stuff. But I really wasn't into them then. So yep, they always got some kind of deal for them. So okay, then I guess I'm looking in the right area. So 500 milligrams and put one under the tongue every day. Okay, then I'm gonna pick me up some of them because I had to go and get some vitamin D um for these kids. They done ran out of that. So but you stay in CVS. Yeah, I need to make a trip to CVS too. Somebody was telling me about them CVS pads that they have in there. I'll be getting all the good information once we start talking over here. But all right, y'all, let me get off of here. I truly enjoyed this conversation with you all today. Until the next time, we'll be back. We'll be back soon. But I really enjoyed this conversation with y'all. And thank you all for uplifting me the way that you all did. And may you all continue to have an amazing day and continue to see you next time. I get extra bucks, let them add up and buy laundry. So yes, that's a good thing. If y'all don't know about them bucks in CVS, when you go in there, if I ain't even been in there in a long time, I always have a $5 coupon no matter what. So yeah, we gonna do a tour. We gonna do. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be the next time because the next time I might hit the live is I'll be planting the tomatoes, and that might be sometime tonight to get back into some of the other conversations that I've been having at nighttime. But we gonna definitely do a garden tour. But okay, talk to you later. I know I would be here all day. And I appreciate you for that too. But you all have a great rest of your day, and thank you all for helping lift minds up. Talk to y'all later.